So you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
hey,
Yeah.
hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Hey, a little early, but all right, what's up,
He
Jay?
mad at the, you know what? I get the feeling Jay gonna have a random for the day. All right,
Yeah.
here we go.
All right.
Go ahead, Knight.
All right, everybody. Uh, this is Real Brothers Live, Real Brothers for the Real World. I'm TL, and that's my man Stace.
What's up, y'all?
And we look forward to having a good show for y'all today. We just want to welcome y'all to our digital neighborhood. And my man Stace, brother, what we got on the what do we got on the horizon for our people?
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Real Brothers of the Real World. This is our weekly podcast. We got a couple good topics that we're going to throw out here today. While I speak, as is customary, Terry's going to put the link out for you to click in and join the conversation. I see my man Jay Smith is in the background. We're going to bring him on in a minute. Yeah, we can't hear you yet, Jay. We're going to bring you on. And let you know what the topics are. All right, Nike. We got a couple good ones, man. We got the anti-lynching bill finally passed. We have prostitution, question mark,
Right.
prostitution. We have why do we love a country that doesn't love us back? And what if your mate doesn't make you want to be better? Those are the four topics that we have. All right, now let me ask you this then.
Yeah.
Normally we roll right into the random. Do you want to bring
Right.
Jay on real quick to see if maybe Jay has a topic that
Yeah,
or
let's
he
bring
wants to
Jay.
discuss one
Let's
of
bring
these?
our brother Jay on. What's up, Jay? Hold on. Let me
You can
get
bring
it.
him on.
There you go. What's up,
What's
Jay?
up, fellas?
Hey
Love
Smith,
y'all,
What's
what's
going
up,
man.
man?
on?
How
How you
y'all
making
doing,
out?
man?
I'm
All
good,
right.
man. How you make it out, man?
I'm good, man. I'm glad to see everybody's well. What's happening?
Not much, Jay. Not much, man. Good to see you too. Look, we talk all day in the text messages, but it's good to see you also, man. Y'all be going in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Y'all
listen,
be going in.
the Sixers be driving us crazy, man.
Yo, yeah. And look, and I put my 2 cents in there once in a while, Jay. You know,
Yeah,
like we lost Terry. All right, yo, Jay. All
yeah.
right, you heard the four topics. Did you have something to include or to speak about with those four topics, or did you have something else that you wanted to discuss, man?
Well, I liked all the topics, especially that last one when you said the lynching bill, the anti-lynching,
Oh,
and the your mate doesn't want you to be better. Uh,
okay. So,
you can expand on both of those. So
all right. Well, then, since you joined on first, Jay wanted to discuss one of the topics, night.
What
Since you,
happened?
Jay
Yeah,
wanted to talk
this
about one of
this
the topics.
laptop a little sensitive, man.
All right, that's cool.
All right,
All right,
go
Jay,
ahead.
which one you want to do first, man? We choose the topic.
we can talk about the anti-lynching bill because that's incredibly important.
Okay, all right.
And
And the topic was the anti-lynching bill finally passed. They finally got it through. So, what are your thoughts on that, Jay?
Well, my thoughts is this is very important because people have been fighting for that for a while. If you, I follow Joe Madison on Sirius XM. He was
Okay.
literally going on a hunger strike, not just for
Oh, that's
voting.
right. He
Yeah,
did.
because he was
He
like
did.
he was trying to get that stuff passed for years.
That's the
And
black.
Al Sharpton,
Right. Right.
the comedian, I forgot the comedian that just passed away. The old timers,
Dick Gregory.
Dick
Dick Gregory,
Right,
all those
yeah.
guys was trying to get that pet. But see, this is what scares me. It's
Mm.
not scares me. This is what concerns me. We got enough laws on the book. It's the enforcement of these laws.
True.
Now, the fight isn't over because we get it passed.
Right.
The fight is over. Now the fight is, can we get them to actually hold people accountable for lynching people?
Right. True. Now, Jay, my response to that, and this is what me and Terry normally kind of go in on it, because you're absolutely right. They got it passed after. I mean, they've been fighting for that for a long time. They finally got it done. But I think the good thing about it is now you have a law on the books to enforce, to make it a bigger issue if someone violates that law. Before there was nothing. There were no laws on the books, so there was nothing to enforce. So I look at it saying, you're right. Now that you have that book there, now that you have that law there, enforce it. Make sure that you enforce it. You know, like what are your thoughts, Terry?
I just think, like, I'm happy that the bill passed. First,
Right.
let me just get that out the way. But I don't think that's like so. I was reading in this article I think it might have been Newsweek. I'm not sure, but I read that it took over 200 tries to pass this bill, right? 200 attempts to pass this bill. Why? Like 200 attempts to pass a bill that you can't hang another human being out of hatred.
Right.
Like I like that's it. What do they say? This ain't when they say this ain't brain surgery.
Right.
Like, that's some shit that's just like that should be automatic. Like it took them that long to pass a bill that says you can't hang a black man, or you can't hang a person out of racial hatred or whatever.
And all of this,
man.
Look at all the people who done died. It's senseless deaths. That's clearly hate. It's clearly hate.
Yeah. Now I don't know
how often. Somebody commented, how often are blacks getting lynched today?
Well, now, in that instance, though, I don't think that law is going to only apply to lynchings. It's called the anti-lynching bill, but it's different aspect. It's almost like the way George Floyd got murdered.
Right. I was just getting ready to bring that up. Like that's not a rope over a tree.
Right.
But that's a public lynching.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Anytime a person is robbed of his civil liberties and killed for no reason, that's pretty much basically a lynching. You know what I mean? Especially when it's racially motivated or racially, whatever.
Okay, listen to this. Now, I just pulled it up. Jay, I want you to respond to this, man. Yeah. Opposition to the bill by arguing that lynchings were responses to rape, proclaiming that they should be left to the states. So it sounds like what people were opposed with that law was handled at the federal level, and they say that it should have been left up to the states to enforce anti-hate bills. What do you think about that, man?
I think it should be federalized, because if it's left up to the states is the reason why it took so long.
Especially states like Texas.
Those southern states.
And some of those crazy states. Yeah, like
another thing we got to keep in mind too. We have to understand it's murders going on that we never hear about.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So it might be actual lynches going. Like, think about it. When the kid who they ran down and those white guys killed him, that was clearly a modern day lynching. They ran him down. That was a lynching. But it wasn't the media who got it to the national news. It was the mother.
That's right.
Somebody filmed it. She got it. Exactly. And she had it. That's why social media is so important today. Because social media is really helping us fight this fight.
True.
Because a lot of this stuff gets swept under the rug.
That's
right.
You know what I mean?
Jay, let me just say, I hate social media. I am like, I despise social media with like a passion. Like,
really?
The only reason, as Stacey.
That's what he say, Jay.
The only reason. Wait. When did I start using social media?
Yeah, when we started.
When the show started, right?
Right.
I never wanted to be on social media ever because like
that's right.
Like what you said, that's the good part about it, where it flushes out a lot. It allows people to communicate a lot better, but then it also allows for a lot of brainwashing and a lot of nonsense too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's the gift and the curse, man. You know, people take anything.
That's the best way to describe it.
But you can take the social media out the way, right? Just the internet in general encompasses good and bad, where you can preach hate, teach hate, because hate crime is up.
That's right.
These hate groups are expanding. You know what I mean? So what I like about social media is that it's giving you information that you wouldn't have never got.
That's true. Right.
Like, that's what I'm saying. It was so shocking when we saw the video of them killing the brother. And then this stuff that's going on, like they found the one kid rolled up in the mat.
Right. In the gym.
In the gym.
Yeah.
His organs was taken out. They took his organs out, stuffed his body with newspaper.
That's the best way to describe it.
You
hello?
Yeah, we had a little echo or something. Yeah.
No, go ahead, Jay.
But hey, yeah, you're exactly right. Like that's the good part about like information spreading quickly.
Right.
But then there's also a lot of propaganda that spreads quickly, a lot of false information, a lot of nonsense too.
Right.
But
Right.
I mean, like you said, like I think Stacey put it the best. It's a gift and a curse.
Giving the curse, yeah.
But
And
personally, I think it's more of a curse.
Usually
But go
right
ahead.
way.
Yeah, but,
well, and we're not putting that genie back in the bottle, so we have to, get the most of it that we can. You know what I mean? So
how do you feel about both of y'all? I'm throwing the question back to y'all. How do y'all feel about federal and state and local?
you know what? Actually, I'm glad you said that because I was gonna say it, but I forgot. I agree with you 100%, Jay. I think that some of these laws like this, you can't leave it up to the states because look at the voting rights. You sometimes you need an overarching law that's going to make sure that no one pushes the envelope too far because like with voting, if you leave it up to the states, some of those wild states, as you said, Terry, they go too far. So I agree, man. I think in some instances, there should be some laws that should be that we have the ability to handle at the federal level. Now, I think that it should start off at the state. If something happens in Philadelphia, the city takes it. If a state law is violated, the state jumps in. But if the state says no, that's we don't have a problem with that, then yeah, there should be a way for the federal government to step in.
Right.
Yeah, wholeheartedly. All right. Anything else on that, or we want to move on?
I just want to say shout out to those who fought the fight because this has been going on before us we guys were born, guys.
Yeah,
this has been a long
and that's be part of my argument too, Jay. Right. Is like I know some of us are happy with incremental change or like very
a win here,
slow change, a win here and there.
Right.
But the thing is, that's not acceptable because it shouldn't have to be that way.
Right.
Like we should be born with the same inalienable rights as anyone else in this country. Right. White, black, Spanish, Asian, whatever. We should all be equal. There's no one person that I say, I look at them and say, you know what?
They deserve more.
They deserve they deserve more privilege than what my people have. No, fuck that. If we don't have if we don't have the same privileges across the board, then it's all bullshit.
It's all bullshit.
Now, Jay, that was always, and actually that's where this conversation came from, because everyone agrees it is good that it happened, but Terry's position is that it should have been happened, and I don't think anybody's going to disagree with that. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, it finally passed. What are your thoughts on that?
I think I agree with Terry. It should. Man, for me, you had off the podcast. Me and you kind of had the same kind of discussion, Stace, where I was saying we got to fight for everything, and some of the things is just based in common sense. Right. Like Terry basically saying, we should. Why are we still fighting for healthcare?
True. Oh yeah, I mean
that. Right. Is why are we still? If we still this 2022 and there's still no universal healthcare. We just coming out of a pandemic, and they haven't said nothing about universal healthcare.
It hasn't come back.
And I know this is going. And I know this is going to steer the conversation into something that this is off topic. But I mean, I feel sorry for the people in Ukraine. I honestly do. I really feel for them. But I feel even more for my people that are here. Like they sending all this money and support and all this stuff overseas, right? But it's people right here at home, right here in our own neighbors, in our own. We can walk out our door and trip over somebody that didn't eat or can't eat or is struggling to have. Yo, man.
Well, you won't get any disagreement.
This is the richest country in the world. There should never be we throw out more food on a daily basis than most countries have to eat like most of these poor countries, we
Right.
throw away more food.
Exactly.
Than
yeah.
Come on, man.
Stace,
come
before
on,
you go
come on.
before you go to the next topic, Stace, let me just say, I'm piggybacking off of, what Terry said, but it's the conversation that me and you have had, Stace, where we would talk about where we got to fight for everything, and it's by design. They know that if they have universal health care, they know the life expectancy of the races, all of that is a game. So you got to, even though we won this anti-lynching thing, you got to keep your eye on the ball. You can't act like the game is over. We won. We can't. No, you got to, because
Jay, they throw out little things like that for appeasement.
Right.
See, but you know what though? At the same time though, and I agree with both of y'all. Although I would like for those things to have happened yesterday, but like you said, and Jay, I agree with you 100%. We have to keep fighting. I mean, unfortunately, until something happens, I don't know what that thing is, but we have been fighting since we've been here. And I don't think that's gonna stop. But you know what though? We have to keep doing it. We have to, and we will. Right? Absolutely.
We will. That's
absolutely. Right. Would I have liked for that? Would I have liked to not have to fight that fight? For it to be given to us, oh yeah, that would be perfect. But that's not reality. So what is the answer? The answer is you fight. You
that's
keep
right.
fighting.
If they're gonna cheat, if they're gonna keep trying to kill us, you damn right.
You gotta fight. Right. That's right.
Yeah. That's what it's for.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's no rap other than that. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Jay. Last three topics. We're gonna let you choose where we go again, man. We have
prostitution. Y'all my old heads. I'm with the old heads today.
I know, but you the guest. You're gonna choose it. All right.
Okay.
Prostitution. Okay. Why do we love a country that doesn't love us back? And what if your mate doesn't make you want to be better? Where you want to go with that, Jay?
Why do we love a country that don't love us back?
Yeah. Why do we love a country that doesn't love us back?
Because it's kind of like we can expand from the anti-lynching bill to Wild Country, because it's kind of in a way the same thing.
Right. Yeah.
We made America what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Without black people, it's like my mom used to always say, you got the beans and the rice. You know what I mean? Yeah. Without the beans, you don't have anything.
Just got rice.
Right.
Flavor.
You got white rice.
Flavor. No flavor.
No salt.
We give it for real. You can tell how dynamic we are as a race, because they conceal so much stuff that to this day we're all three in our 50s.
But Jay, that's on purpose.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. I was going to get
look, let me listen to this. Listen to this. They know already how powerful we are.
Right.
If anything, we don't know. Absolutely.
We don't know.
Or enough of us don't know. Enough of us don't know.
Enough of us don't know how powerful we are.
Right.
Can you imagine? Like, wait. Picture that. Like, remember, Stace, we was talking about this the other week, man. And I was like, I can't picture if black people realize their power. Yeah. I can picture that.
Yeah.
I can definitely picture. Can you imagine? Like, just imagine if just imagine they put something in that shot, that COVID shot that made black folks be like, yo,
it's a little bit of wake up juice.
Yeah, like a wake up juice.
A little bit of wake up juice.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
They wouldn't know what to do. They wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now,
that wake up juice.
Now,
what I know what to do.
I want to expand on what Jay said. I think Jay, I've always said that I think that we were a significant part in making this country what it is. Right. Why we love a country that doesn't love us back? We love the opportunity, or we love the potential of what this country can be. So I think that we look at the document that the country is based on and says, like, yo, this is good. If we can, like we talked about with the lynching bills, if we can enforce this thing, if we can enforce this Constitution, there's no telling where this country can be. But unfortunately, we get bogged down with like you said earlier, with fighting at every step. Every step of the way, we have to fight. We have to fight. But what are we in love with? We're in love with the potential of what this country can be. Because I mean, The sky's
we
the
can't
sky's
let
the
that
limit.
we can't let that love for potential override the fact that this country doesn't love us back the way we love this country. Like, black people have put their all into building this country, whether it was forced or whether even now where, you know, we do things to the best of our ability with anything that we do, if you think about it. You know what I mean? Because us as black people, even when we're on the same playing field as say like a white man, we may be on that same playing field, but the rules are different, right? So being that the rules are different, we have to work that much harder.
Absolutely. And we meet it. We meet it eventually.
Right. We have to work that much harder to prove that we belong. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody just wrote something that I agree with. A lot of people, we kind of programmed. It's not so much that we love this country. Some of us just don't know no other way just to survive. Like James Baldwin said, I'm not a nigga. But the fact that you need a nigga says something wrong with you.
Wow.
Ain't nothing wrong with me.
Nice, Jay.
Why do you need a nigga?
Yeah, Jay.
That's all my man, Jay.
Up there quoting
that's right.
So sometimes, yeah, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like we kind of program, but in the back of our mind, we trying to survive, but in the back of my mind, we know they don't fuck with us. We really don't fuck with them.
We know that.
We know that. But we trying to do.
If you don't know that, you're sleeping and you're asleep at the wheel. And then
so in other words, what you're saying,
crash one day.
So what you're saying, a lot of it is the fact that we're just fighting for you to leave us the hell alone, really.
To back the fuck up off of us.
Right. We ain't asking nothing from you.
We ain't asking nothing.
Leave us the fuck alone. Right.
Look, if you study history, what one thing about this country, at least from the white perspective, they're big on their history. Right. Absolutely. We don't do enough spreading. That's the good thing about social media. That's back to that social media thing.
Right.
There's certain pages that I'm gonna send to y'all. They got some fantastic stuff on Instagram that will blow your mind. Things that black people tried to do to get away from white people. Right. And then they'll burn it down, decentralize it, come up with some kind of new policy. Just
every time we do something, they either burn it down, shut it down, make a law against it, or something.
But now the other side of that is that the other side of that, though, even bringing it back to the anti-lynching bill, though, this country is supposed to be colorblind. So it's not supposed to benefit any particular race or anything.
You said it needs to be colorblind?
It needs to be, yeah, it needs to be, and it should be colorblind.
That's not gonna happen.
I know. But listen, but my point is that at the same time, like you just said, the fight shouldn't be let's figure out a way to separate. The fight should be let me do me where I am now, and you just leave me alone. And if you don't leave me alone, there are consequences for it. You know what I mean? So
that's almost the same as separation. Right. Because they're not going to leave you alone. They're not going to leave you alone.
See, but the anti-lynching bill says that if we have the right to exist and be left alone like anyone else. And if you
a lot of them laws say that we should be left alone.
But then I go back to what Jay said. As Jay said, the reason that you need that anti-lynching bill is because now if someone infringes on my right to do whatever I want to do, there are consequences for it. So I don't think the goal should be, again, let's build something and separate from everybody. At least I don't look at it that as the desired goal, but just leave me alone to let me do what I want to do. Go ahead, Jay.
No, you're good. Everything's good. The reason why I said you got to keep your eye on the ball, no law is permanent. They can always one administration can come right in,
repeal it,
change everything, the whole thing.
Right. Well, that's
bullshit.
Correct. Well, as you said though, Jay, that's a part of being consistent and being diligent and paying attention. Right. And as you said, keeping your eyes on the ball. So when they start talking about, because now you're talking about the voting bill, there are laws on the books that protected certain aspects of voting, and states stepped in and started rolling them back because they got rid of the federal protection. So again,
but they always find a way around it.
Well, yeah,
so you got laws, you got voting laws, but you still got people standing in line for 6 hours.
Yeah. Now, but one of the first things we said, though, we don't realize how powerful we are because, like you said, a lot of times we get lax and we do take our eyes off the ball, and then we don't put the correct Congress people and state rep in office. So then those state offices are run by people that don't take our best interests at heart, and then they have the ability to start rolling that stuff back.
But they can all, but most black people, we don't trust it because they all make the promises,
and we shouldn't trust it,
right? And once
because they haven't given us a reason to trust it.
It's not the politician that's broken. It's the system.
Well, but the system is made up of the politicians, though. So the system works. It's just you have
corporations.
People.
No. Let me tell you. Wait. Let me tell you why the system is broken, Stacey. And this is what happened to the politicians. A lot of politicians, they go into office and they have good intentions, right? If they haven't been already smutted up by the time they get to office.
He said smutted up.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is, like, you have the lobbyists that work for corporations that throw so much money at these guys that it's almost impossible. I would say it's literally impossible to turn that kind of money down. And
but Terry, but you're still talking about a flaw in a person, though. So it's not the whole thing. It's the person that's bad. The person is corrupt, and the person makes it corrupt. Okay, that's like saying you ride over a piece of glass and get a flat. Now you're ready to throw the car away. No, it's not the whole car. It's just
that's not a good analogy, because look, if they want to change the way the politicians act, or if they want to make this system where the politicians represent the public, what they have to do is change the laws around that lobbying and corporate interests.
Agree.
You know,
can that happen? Can that happen? Let me ask you. Okay, first let me read what this person real quick said. You'd be amazed. A lot of black folk don't love this country, and I can imagine that. I can imagine a lot of people, period, don't love this country. But now you let me ask you a question then, based on what you just said. You said what they need to do is pass the law, the law that allowed dark money into our politics. That was the Supreme Court justice relaxed that law that allowed that to happen. So my question is it a possibility for that law to be reversed that takes that dark money out of the system? Is that possible? Both of y'all, what do y'all think? Jay, is it possible? Can that happen? Is it a possibility?
There's your answer right there on the screen.
A possibility. Ask that question again.
There's a law on the books that was relaxed that allow a lot of dark money into our politics, that allow those PACs to come into being. So my question is it possible to reverse that law? Is it possible for folk to get together and say, get rid of that law? Is it possible?
This thing about the question you asked, you're a very intelligent brother. Are you crazy, Steve?
So wait a minute, Joe. Hey, but Jay, wait a minute though. Now the question, well, first of all, you didn't answer my question.
I don't know, man.
But Jay, you didn't answer my question though. Is it possible?
Okay. I was being cute.
I got
you. It's possible, but it'll never happen.
Okay,
wait,
but then
I'm
you
gonna go even
question.
further, Stace. I'm gonna go even further, and I'm gonna tell you why it's not possible. All right. So you're asking the law, like Ron C said, you're asking lawmakers to change the laws that keep them in power. That's not. Let's say right. Let's say you at your job, right?
Right.
And you had what's your man? Your man, what's his? Or let's just say your boss, right? And he's like, Stace, I'll pay you, $10,000 extra for every sister you bring up in here,
Mm-hmm.
right?
No,
your spot gonna be full of sisters, right? Your
well,
spot gonna be full of sisters. Wait. Your spot gonna be full of sisters, right?
Right, absolutely.
And
right.
then, all right, so now somebody sell the store, right?
Right.
And now they like, Stace, man, you got too many females up here. You ain't got no brothers up in here. You ain't that. I tell you what, you get that same. You ain't. What we gonna have to change the way this store works. You're not gonna want them to change that policy where every time you bring somebody in, you get that 10 G's.
Right. But okay,
you ain't
but
gonna vote for that. You're not gonna vote for that.
No, but listen though. But both of you kind of proved my point though. And Jay answered the question when I asked, "Is it possible?" Jay said, "Yes, it is possible." And you're basically saying the same thing, Terry. That I won't want to, but I had the power to do it. The reason that I say that is because listen.
That's why it's not
possible.
Though,
but Jay, the reason that I say that is because the fact that I won't do it is a flaw on me. The system is not bad. Stace is bad because Stace wants to stay in power. So therefore, that's my point. It's not the system; it's people that make the system corrupt.
No, Stace, you got it backwards, man.
You got the right idea. Flip it. If you get a chance, go on YouTube and listen to George Carl, the comedian, right? George Carl says America is all about the illusion. It's all an illusion of inclusion. It's to make you think you got freedom. You don't. Like it makes you think that your vote. Hold up. It makes you think that your vote actually is changed. Voting is all about the rich and the powerful.
But Jay, that law was just passed not long ago. So therefore, and I forget what it was that the one that the Supreme Court relaxed that allowed PACs to come into, that allowed people to make donations to politicians.
They only made that law. Wait,
listen to this, Jay. No. Let me finish my thought. Then I'm gonna listen. My point is that law might have come into play within the last 20 years, and so therefore, if they just did it, they can reverse it. It can be done. It's people that make the system corrupt.
It could be
the only reason that they brought that law to be is because somebody recognized at that point in time, like, yo, man, it's a lot of dark money coming through here, right?
Wait a minute, say that again. Say that again.
Somebody recognized that there was a lot of dark money coming through there. So that's why they had to pass a law to say, we better make sure that this is cool. So let's make a law saying, see, once it's a law, you can do what you want.
No, that's not what they did it.
They've been doing this for hundreds of years, Stace, ever since they had a Congress, ever since they had senators. This ain't new. They've been doing this since this system existed.
Can I say something?
We can listen to Jay, and then I got something.
They always, whenever one side loses, that's when they start coming up with laws because they don't like that they got their ass whipped.
Right.
Biden just won. The Democrats just whipped ass, right? We got the House, we almost got the Senate, blah, 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 blah. So then they start coming up with laws so they don't get their ass whipped again.
That's right. That's right.
The same thing with the money. One side won. So if they felt like they have a disadvantage, they're going to come up with a law to make sure they have the advantage. But remember one thing, just because it's law don't mean it's right. It just means that they can get away with it. Slavery was legal. Segregation was legal. Hold on.
Okay, I got
you. Used to, and I'm not trying to be funny, ladies. I love y'all. I used to be married, whatever. They used to have laws where you can whip your wife's ass.
Right, yeah.
You used to beat your wife.
Agreed.
Just because it's law don't mean it's right. It just means you can get away with it.
Agreed, but all I'm saying is I'm gonna say this though, and then I'm gonna read what this person Ron C said.
I'm sorry, watching the Sixers, yo.
What'd you say, Jay?
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the Sixers too. They just did some dumb shit. Sorry.
Okay. All I'm saying again is that it's the people that make the system corrupt. It's not the whole thing is not bad. Is you have people that go into it, they find loopholes, like Jay said. They see that they got their butt kicked, they don't want that to happen again. So they start trying to find loopholes and ways to change the system so that it doesn't happen
to cheat even more. The law itself is cheating, so they try to find a loophole to cheat even more. They're cheating.
Again,
it's just legal cheating.
It's not the system; it's the person that's corrupting
No, it's the system.
It's the system.
It's the system that corrupts.
I disagree with that. I disagree. I think it's the person.
The football player just got suspended for a season for gambling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every 5 minutes, you see a Jamie Foxx commercial promoting what?
That's right. Gambling. Absolutely. Right. All right. This person says, Stacey, the system is flawed because it allows them to be flawed. Laws made by by man will always be flawed because man is flawed. But listen to this though. Well, no. There were laws that came out, like Jay just said, that made slavery illegal. I don't think that's flawed, right? So all laws aren't bad, right?
No,
it is flawed, Stace, because it is flawed, Stace, because people were still being enslaved, even though there was a law passed. Because you got the 13th Amendment, which is bullshit, because that's just a way for them to legalize slavery.
No, wait a minute.
With the peonage system, you don't remember the peonage system, the prison industrial complex. But all of that is slavery.
But the facts still remain, though. Laws are created to correct a wrong, in theory.
No.
Wait a minute. Y'all don't think that laws are made to correct the wrong? Okay. And when slavery was legal, they will bring
some laws are.
Oh, okay. There you. Okay, but I'm good with that. Because if some laws are flawed, therefore, see now you trying to pile
Most
on.
Laws aren't.
See, but either way, but the fact still remains though, y'all, that if some laws are okay, that proves my point though, that we have to make sure that there are enough laws that are out there that are looking out for our best interest versus those that go the opposite way. So it's not the whole system. It's people. It's people that make it flawed. You know what I mean?
But if the system allows, if the system allows people, if the system allows flawed people to put those flaws on display or to take advantage of those flaws, then it is the system that those people are in that is flawed.
I got to answer for that. Jay, what did you ask though? What was that you were about to say?
I got what you said, and you on the money. But Stace, I'm telling you, it's you got it backwards. Everything you said, I agree with that. Like every law isn't a good law, and all laws aren't bad laws. I get that, right? But to me, segregation was legal. Slavery was legal, right? The things they do with the prison system, legal. Right. This stuff is criminal. You locking up people for weed. People doing 10, 15 years for weed. It's ridiculous.
Now, and I agree with those things, Jay, but to draw from a conversation we had last week about the Constitution, that is the beauty of laws, because laws can change and adapt to the current times. Like you just said,
we fight for that change.
Correct.
We have to fight for that change.
But that's begging my point, though. But the opportunity is still there to say, wait a minute, somebody created a car that could drive 200 miles an hour. And everybody started driving 200 miles an hour, crashing, banging out, people getting killed left and right. They say, okay, wait a minute. This is the first, these cars are now going 200 miles an hour. Now we need a law to make 55 miles an hour the speed limit. So my point is that, we live in a society where the laws are made and can change and adapt to the current times. I think that's the beauty of it, because it keeps everything relative and relevant. At one time, they did think that it was okay to enslave black folk. We fought. Later on, it was like, okay, we need an amendment to the Constitution to make this illegal. But we live in a system that was able to happen. Bam.
You heard somebody said, Stacey, you're talking theory. That's what Terry just said. You're talking theory. We're talking actual practice. That's what Terry was saying.
Oh, wait a minute, but no, wait a minute. I'm talking theory. No, but no.
That's the way. Wait.
Okay.
Stacey, you are correct that is the way the system is supposed to work.
Right.
It was written and designed to work that way, but that is not the way it currently works. That's not the way. That's not the way it's practiced. The system is practiced to. The system is practiced to give those that have more, and those that have not less. That's basically in a nutshell.
Actually, what
the system is.
And I got to answer for that. You're right. The system does do that all too often, and maybe the system doesn't change as quickly as we would like it to. But remember, Jay, one of the things Jay said when he first came on is that we still don't have universal health care. But you know what, though? We have the Affordable Health Care Act that passed during the Obama administration. Is it a small change? Yes. But is it heading in the right direction, though, Jay? You want universal health care. We didn't get universal health care, but we got the American Health Care Act.
But Stacey, look how many people dying until they get it right.
Agreed, Jay. I agree. And my point on this whole thing is that the change doesn't happen as quickly as any of us would like it to, but we live in a society where the opportunity and the potential is there so that the change can happen.
Stacey, you leave one important component out.
What's that?
This society is money driven.
It is.
So if it's not going to be in somebody's bottom line, they could care less about Black, Latino, Asian, poor. It's about that money. Cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money. Dollar bills, y'all.
Dollar bill, y'all. You got it.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money. Dollar bills, y'all.
All right, we got two more topics.
Okay, all right, here we go. All right, so we got, all right, Nike, we coming to you. What if your mate doesn't make you want to be better? And prostitution. Where you want to go, man?
Who, me?
What's up, Nike? Yeah, we coming to you. What if your mate?
You know what, man? Let's go with prostitution. No.
Okay.
Did we hit the why do our country love it that don't love us back? Did we hit that?
We just did that. Yeah, we just did that.
All right, yeah. Let's get to the prostitution.
All right, prostitution. All right. Do you want to start with Jay on this one, man? Jay
no. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let y'all
start on this. I'll start on this.
Jay got excited. As soon as we said that, Jay got excited.
I'll start on this. All
right, man. What about prostitution?
All right, so I don't want to be like seen as no old pervert, none of that shit, right?
Too late.
But look, I'm totally for prostitution.
The fact that you said that, right?
Listen, I'm totally for prostitution, and I'm married. I don't really, you know what I mean? I don't need a prostitute. But the thing is, look, I believe it's the oldest profession in the world. It's the oldest profession on earth. So how can we as men dictate what a woman wants to do with her body, right? So when a man tells a woman that he's going to do this for her, he's going to do that for her, he's going to provide for her, he's going to it's the same thing. It's the same thing without the wedding vows. You know what I mean? So why should we be against prostitution? That's just like they shouldn't make weed legal, something that grows from the ground. I mean, illegal, something that grows from the ground that everybody smoke anyway. Come on, man. Like, it's certain things that they want to have. And then here's another thing, last thing before I before I jump off of it. If prostitution was legal, there wouldn't be such a need for human trafficking because women could come out in the open and do their business. You feel me? So for you to have to force somebody into prostitution, you know what I mean, against their will, there wouldn't be no need for that.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna say this real quick, and then I'm gonna listen to Jay. But yo, man, I'm not. I think prostitution should be legal. I'll take it a step further. I wonder, and I haven't read stats about it. I wonder if like rape would go down a little bit, if those types of violent crimes toward women would drop if a dude had an opportunity to go out and go buy some booty. I'm not opposed to it at all, man. I think it should be legal.
Right.
You know?
And why would a woman need a pimp? She wouldn't.
Hey, prostitution been going on for hundreds of years, thousands of years,
the oldest profession.
thousands of years.
Yep.
I don't knock nobody hustle. This is the United States of America, right? And I don't mean to sound redundant, but if you don't make no money, you will starve out this motherfucker, right? So I don't know. I mean, we all came from a woman. We don't know what situations our mothers was in when we wasn't hit to see. We don't know what was going on. Sometimes the motherfuckers got to keep them lights on.
Right. You don't know what. Right.
You come in the house. I mean, that's Mr. Bernard. Oh, Mr. Bernard. Mr. Bernard will keep the lights on.
Now go shopping. Now go to that food.
Yeah, I mean, for real. So when it comes to prostitution, I don't play with the underage shit though.
Right.
Kids should not be. Kids should be nowhere near it.
Right. Age restriction.
It should be age restricted. But as long as ain't nobody getting sick, dying, and passing around diseases and stuff.
Now, Jay, let me read this. What you just said. Frequently, arguments against prostitution center around concerns for health and safety of women, and the concerns are not unfounded. Prostitution is an incredibly dangerous profession for mostly women involved in sexual assault, forced drug addiction, physical abuse, and death. So really, the people that are against it, they're talking about it, as you just said, though, you know.
That's the excuse they use, but they can't tax the money.
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying.
They can't. This is like a hair salon. Sooner or later, they're gonna start sweating these people at the hair salon when they figure out how much money they making. The same with these pastors. You see how much money some of these churches make?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So again, like I said, you know the risk. There's a risk when you get behind the wheel of a car.
Absolutely.
Now, I will say this. That I think about prostitution the way I think about abortion.
What's that, Knight?
A woman should be allowed to do what it's her body.
It's her body.
I'm a man. I should have no right to tell her what she can do with her vagina.
As long as she's not hurting anyone.
Whatever. That's right. As long as she's not hurting anybody. As long as she's
all right. I got a question for both of y'all. I got a question for both of y'all.
Yeah, we in trouble.
Yeah, we in trouble.
I got a question for both of y'all. Okay. We all know that, or it's said that in relationships, sometimes women use sex as a weapon, right? We've heard that before, right?
They do.
If prostitution were legal, would it help relationships? Because now it's like, oh, you don't want. I'll be back. I mean,
yeah, it wouldn't be.
Damn, Stace.
I'm asking the question.
If prostitution was legal and then you brought it back to being married, you said?
No, I mean, would it help relationships? Because now, if let's say
being shy is what it is.
Oh, babe, what's going on? Of course, he wanted to come on and talk about this. But listen,
it's like you're missing a lot.
No, hold on.
You're missing a lot, Steve.
Hold on. Let me finish the question. The question was, if prostitution was legal, now you can go back to the other topic also. If prostitution was legal, would it help relationships? But what did you mean, Shice? Where were you going with it?
When you equate about rape and prostitution, rape has nothing to do with sex. It's a violent act. Dudes are not raping because they can't get $40 to buy women. So when you say that, you're saying it's going to stop. They're not raping because they're horny. They're raping because they're rapists.
Right. No, I was reading.
Horny men find outlets.
Right.
They buy it, whatever they're going to do. Women who probably been arrested less for selling their body still get behind those doors and got to deal with a violent man. They will tell you. So even if it's legal, you still got some freak bull that once those doors close, he could get abusive. Now,
no, but besides, but wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Okay, then after you finish, I got something to say. Go ahead.
She can do what she wants about it. I'm not gonna say. I'm not making an argument that prostitution should be legal. I just want us to feel like that element's going to leave. Like all of a sudden, men gonna stop raping because it's legal brothels out here.
Okay, but let me say something. I got a question for you, Shice. What I was reading was what people use as their opposition to legalize prostitution. I'm for legalized prostitution, but let me ask you a question, Shice. Do you think that it should be legal?
I don't want to weigh in either way. Like, I don't think it's up for me to tell somebody to do their body.
Hey, that's a question.
But when we start talking about morality and what our country stands for, I know there's a lot of hypocrisy. And I listened to y'all for the last hour. Y'all was nailed, J and K, T. Y'all right on with the hypocrisy that's being practiced. But I don't think we should start all of a sudden letting drugs and prostitution become a legal thing, because where's our moral compass at? So
wow.
I think if people want to do what they want to do, I'm not going to look at down on nobody for doing whatever drug they're doing or what they're doing with their body. But I don't know if I want to be a part of voting for it to be legal.
So you wouldn't oppose it then?
Do you think a woman should?
I wouldn't oppose it, but I'm thinking bigger. Like, is that the message we want to send to people? We already so crazy out here about money, cash rules everything about round. Everything is a go these days. Where's our moral compass in our music, our lifestyles, in our community? Now we're gonna put it on the books.
Wow.
Get high.
Let me ask you this question, though. Let me ask you this. Do you? I got two statements. One is a question. Do you think a woman should go to jail for selling the yams?
No.
So then you think it should be legal, right?
No. I just told you what I thought.
Yeah, he's saying that he wouldn't oppose it.
It's not an easy yes or no for me. A lot of things are nuanced and layered. I don't think you should be taking nobody. If that's what you want to do, give maybe a fine. I can see that, right. But I'm gonna lock you up. Right. So what? You gonna go to jail and sell a body for commissary?
Right. Hi, Jake. What's up?
The thing is, like, Shice used a very powerful word, morality.
Morality, right? That's taking it.
And to me, I'm just being Jay. Now, I love y'all. I'm a straight dude. I don't buy the bullshit with morality. That's something we're in search of.
Right.
When ain't no prostitution is going on now, okay? And if it's right, I buy.
If this country had morality, we wouldn't have homeless. We wouldn't have homeless people, and we wouldn't have homeless.
We wouldn't be always fighting for our rights.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
If this country had morality, we wouldn't always have to fight for what every.
We already talked about how we agree on the hypocrisy.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm saying
think of it like this.
See, but
we got older. We all ran together at 17, 18, and 19. We did what we wanted to do. But what if our mom said, go ahead, bring every girl you want in this crib, get high in my living room, do what you want to do? Where would our moral compass would have came from? That's the analogy I want to use.
Besides, to answer that question,
I got some at the J.
I got friends like that. I have friends who was like that.
And those kids got no morality. No, everything to go with them kids.
But look,
what do you mean, Jay?
They got their degree. They own a crib. There's no. That's what I'm saying about morality. You got to be careful because
morality is another one of them illusions.
That word applies to different people. Everybody is not like that.
Right.
Morality is another one of those illusions.
For everybody that made it through with loose guidelines in their households, I could probably give you 5 that didn't. Or
let me give you this example. All right. Let me give you this example real quick.
I'm after you, Nike. Go ahead.
All right, let me give you this example real quick.
Y'all was some prostitutes.
No.
We gonna sound off with some
No.
prostitutes.
Listen. Listen to me.
Hey, no wrong.
Yo, listen to me. Yo. So if we were worried about morality,
Sixes got me over here tripping. I'm sorry, y'all.
We pulled it out.
All right. If we were a country that was so entrenched in morality, every time you open up your Facebook page, you wouldn't have cheeks and ass in your face every 5 minutes.
Every time.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
and with that being said, now throw the government on top of it.
And so that's a caveat on my like, I don't believe in telling a woman what to do with her body.
Right.
But I don't need to see it every 5
right.
minutes.
Now,
I don't need to see your titties and ass on my page.
It ain't even fun no more. It ain't even no fun no more scrolling down your timeline.
But listen, it's still fun. But listen to this though.
Appreciated the cheeks.
But listen to this, right? But Shice, to go back to something you said though, Shice, I think almost like when making weed legal help to solve another problem though, because to what Jay and Terry said before you came on, you have millions and millions and millions. Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish.
I put weed with alcohol.
No, let me finish my
thought. I put weed with alcohol, so I'm not arguing weed being legal.
Let me finish my thought. Let me finish my thought. Going back to what they said earlier, we have millions and millions of people being locked up for a product that's not hurting everyone. You know, it ruined communities and everything. Prostitution, we could put it in the same thing though, in the same bucket. You have women out there selling their body, trying to do things to keep the light on, not hurting anyone, but it's illegal. So the only way is to say, and I got what you're saying as far as the morality, but either the government has to say it's illegal or say it's legal. And at some point, we're gonna have to say, we're gonna have to vote on it, taking everything that we know into consideration.
But Stace, prostitution.
But I will put weed with alcohol, and it's still, we're not gonna let all the drugs be legal.
Okay. I was just going to say prostitution is not just about women. Men sell penis.
True.
You know what I mean? So I'm saying,
come on, man, keep that to yourself. Don't tell us your business, Jay.
No, I ain't like that. That's shice.
They don't say
That's King Shice. King Shice out here, like, you know.
That's all they call it.
No, but I'm just saying. The only to bring it back to be serious, when people get desperate, man, you know what I mean? It's hard out here. It's hard out here.
And as long as they're not hurting anyone,
you got to do what you got to do. You have morality, but morality is also, look, I got to do a job that I don't. How many of us worked a job that we totally hated?
That's right. That's
right.
Let me read somebody thought. Ron C said, right, that's the excuse they use. If it were legal, there would be laws to protect them. Okay, he's talking about the prostitutes. You know, now let me read.
And I would wonder what those laws would look like to protect them. That's a good conversation.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
You can't put that there. They'd be like, you can't put that there. No, you know, I mean, I guess we just be saying.
Laws. We need to protect them.
Yeah.
Like if you come short and you don't pay your whole tab, you come in and handle them.
Stays like back door is double.
You owe $9.99. You short $9.99. Now real brothers got a hand.
I'm telling you, you didn't pay the back door fee.
You got yams in. You got yams in salary. So
I got backdoor tax. Backdoor taxes.
Hold on, y'all silly. Y'all silly. Hold on.
I agree. I think we all agree that we don't think prostitution should be illegal. I just don't think the law should set if it's going to be until they don't make it lawful. I don't think we should be sending women to jail for it.
Right.
You're not sending John to jail. How many people went to jail for buying ass?
Huh? What'd you say?
You only doing the women. The men that bought it don't go to jail.
Right, true. Well, they're supposed to. They're supposed to. But like,
I don't know nobody said it. I just came home from buying ass. Like a real big. I don't think you was over there overnight. You paid the fine. I'm talking about women go to jail and sit for months at a time.
Right.
Yeah. Right. All right. Miss Stevens said, "Good rhythm. Many of my thoughts can't do better." Oh, keep it okay. Thanks, Miss Stevens. All right.
Thank you.
Keep it up where in the brothel?
Huh?
No.
What you say?
What did he say? I didn't
You
hear.
ready to get to the next?
He said, "Keep it up in the brothel."
All right, Mr. Stevens, know where you live now. All right, what was the last one we had? We have you know what? And it's good. We got sliced for this one too. All right. This is the last topic, y'all. We're gonna run through this one.
Right.
What if your mate doesn't make you want to be better? What if your mate doesn't make you want to be better?
Got a bad teammate.
Yo, what do you mean, Sice?
Gotta make a trade.
You gotta make a trade.
Gotta make a trade.
What do you mean? Why do you say that though?
You got one person putting all the shots, and other person sitting on the bench. A marriage is a team. She got to make me better. I got to make her better. I was married.
You gotta get your Ben Simmons ass out of here. Right.
I love the idea when I could call home and say, "Yo, I'm thinking about something." I come home, she done researched it and be like, "Boom, boom, boom." So we were a team. No. It's like I can have an idea. I come home, she's like, "Yo, it's on the way."
So what does it mean about the relationship when that doesn't happen when you're no longer trying to be better for your mate. What does that mean? What does that mean about the relationship?
It's stressful on whatever. It's stressful on one of them, and two, it leaves open for you to meet somebody that can do that.
Right. No, wait, I'm saying it wrong. What the question is, let me repeat it. I think I said it wrong. The question is, what does it mean when your mate doesn't make you want to be better? Because in theory, your mate
not doing her job.
What do you mean, Knight?
Because in a relationship, right?
She's not doing her job.
That's right. If she's not trying to make you want to be better, you're supposed to be trying to make her want to be better, just like she's supposed to be trying to make you want to be better.
So what is it?
Wait. Let me finish. Let me finish my statement. If you are in a relationship, especially if you're married, right? But if you're in a relationship and a chick ain't trying to make you do better or don't want to make you do better, then is she really? I mean, what is she there? What are y'all doing? First of all,
what are y'all doing?
What are y'all doing? Like y'all just fucking at that point. If y'all don't have goals, and if y'all not looking to do like you know, if y'all not looking to increase each other's financial wealth, I'm not saying you got to have a shared bank account, but let's say I gotta let's say
you slipped that in. You slipped that in.
That's my nigga. That's my nigga.
That's my man. Go ahead.
No, but I'm not saying you're supposed to have it. You got to have the same bank account.
I understand.
But if I have something for sale, you should be, helping me promote whatever I have for sale. Or if you have something for sale, I should be helping you promote whatever you're doing. Or if you have ideas that you think may make what I'm doing better, you should come to me with those ideas the same way. Like if I see you doing something, if I have an idea that might make your situation better, I mean, you got to have that in a relationship. If not, like, is it really a relationship?
So Jay, you agree then? Yeah. The moment that the moment that one person stops trying to be better for that other person, Terry said, "What are you doing?" I mean, so that's like saying it's over.
It's to me the question. That's an excellent question for me. Just like we all got our own opinion and we all attracted to different women. So some of us look for that. Some of us look for the bang your body, the intellect, whatever, how they carry themselves. For me, what always turned me on is how can she make me step my game up? Right. When we get older, you start getting older, you start looking at things like, look, this is more important than the physical. Right. Because now
there's a lot of fat asses out there, but you know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah. But some of them they're not good in the kitchen, whatever. But it depends on what works for you. But what works for me, right? I'm automatically looking at that. And sometimes the appearance, like you might have a lunch date. She working and you never been to her job. You might go to her job and you see how she dress. You see how the people respect her, how she carry herself on the job, and you like, I gotta get my shit together.
Right.
Or you know what I mean? So for me, that's a good thing. Now, if you're in a relationship and she no longer stimulates you like that, then what are you doing? Because to me, it starts with yourself. It ain't just me putting the responsibility on her stepping my game.
Right.
That's me. You know what I mean? So she might be down. So I'm gonna step by her seeing how I carry myself and how I step my game up. She like, you know what? I got to get my shit together.
But the person that you digging though, will make a man want to be a better person anyway, though, right?
Yeah, so
not in all cases.
But when you say make you better, in what capacity?
Is it want to be better?
No. Listen, Stace, hear me out. Hear me out. Like when you say be better, it's layers to it.
Right.
Like I can tell you right now, right? He's married. His former marriage, he has no good relationship with the kids that he had by the other woman. The woman he with now, we fixing that. I don't want no man that's going to not have a relationship with his kids. Right. So it ain't a lot of women that will do that.
True.
So now they at a very good place. So when you say make you better,
make you want to be better, make you want to be a better.
And it's not all about finances either.
Right.
It's not. It's not as a person.
Right. But that's
absolutely.
So, Shice, what did
absolutely not about finances. When I say best, be the best me, it's the best representation of me.
Exactly.
You, Brian, you being able to pay her car note, your car note, doesn't make you better as a man.
Right.
Exactly.
If you saying I want to be better as a man, is can I be emotionally better? Can I be spiritually better? Do we grow intellectually together? All these things do we do together? Do we get healthy together? I can look at myself and say to myself, yo, I'm getting a little, even though she's going to love me with the stomach, I might say to myself, let me cut this stomach down because I want her to look at me with that look.
So in other words, Sykes, because that's what
if she wants you, she's going to tell you, and when you say a lot of women don't, because a lot of women be like keeping fed, but we got bad eating habits as our people.
Right. Absolutely.
How many women going to say to you, we going to eat better around here?
Right. That's it.
Now,
So
Sykes,
she wants you to be better and you want to be better.
So, Sykes, but then let me ask you the question then. What does it mean
She got
about
a fat ass and can cook, she still might get me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, at least for a little while.
I'm joking.
So the question is for you then. So what does that mean when that person, when you no longer have the desire to be a better man for that person? What does that say about the relationship? Does that mean anything?
It could say something about the relationship, but I like what Terry and Jay said. It says something about you.
So what is it?
Right.
So
when you don't want to be better, if you're not with somebody that want to be better for, then who are you?
Okay,
that you don't want to be the best man you can be. Pick the best woman to be your teammate, so y'all can be the best union y'all can be and go out this world. We like people hear about Jay-Z and Beyonce, and now everybody throwing around on timelines power couples. We overuse all kinds of labels, but not just saying you want to be a power couple. You just want to be the best team y'all could be. You ain't gotta be two real estate moguls together. But if that's your goal, that's your goal. But if y'all want the best, she's happy because she see emotionally secure man, intellectually strong man, a man with a spiritual path, and she was like, "That's my man." Because it broke my heart when my first wife told me, I asked her why she loved me. She said, "Because you do everything you say you're gonna do." So I was just like, "So you just love me because food, clothes, and shelter, and I keep my word. You don't see me." Mm-hmm. And when my youngest son, she, one day she was just looking at me. I'm like, "Why are you looking at me like that?" She said, "All this." She was like, "It's just start naming things about me, your community, your thing, your passion for art, your passion for family, the way you know." And I made me like, "Oh, she sees me."
Right. Now, Ron C said,
"You gotta have somebody riding."
Let me read this real quick. Ron C said, "Your mate is always supposed to make you want to be better. If not, there needs to be some serious dialogue." And I agree.
That's what Shice was saying.
Right? Yeah, I agree. What's that? Rich man, LaRasha says, "Oh, is that Ron C? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, you just give him a shout out."
Hey, that's like, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, man. Like my wife, me and her got together when I ain't had nothing. Like my pockets was on E. You know what I mean? This was, Jay, matter of fact, both of y'all know, there was a time when, we had all this, this and that. And then, I got locked up. Then all that shit was gone. You know what I mean? And who was standing there? I was standing there with trash bags in my hand. Trash bags full of my shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey, set them trash bags in my crib." And we've been rolling out since then.
Yeah, makes you want to be better. Right.
Now, that kind of person, it ain't about money. It ain't about like.
But it lays a foundation for you to grow when you're pulling each other forward.
See, that's still about you.
Let me finish this. Because as long as the two of you are focusing on each other and not oneself, and the sky's the limit because you're constantly pulling each other forward. I'm pulling you, you pulling me. But the moment
she pulling me.
Like you said, that you need some serious dialogue because now it's like you said, what are we doing it for? What'd you say, Jay?
But it's still about Terry, because how many dudes come home from jail, a woman take him up, and a woman come back later and said, "He dragged me down."
Right. Yeah.
But what I was going to say was, like everything else, when I say there's layers, there's also steps. Like we got to step back and take it easy for a second, right? It starts with just seriously. I'm not trying to be cute with the shit. Be there. Stace just said, Terry just said when he came home, he ain't had nothing.
Right.
Shice in the situations, he ain't had nothing. I was homeless, right? My girl was there.
Yeah,
so it starts with being there. It starts with being there.
That's why to this day, she don't even gotta. She ask her. I call up here. She can ask. No, she don't never had to ask me for nothing twice. You know what I'm saying? And it's the
makes
same
you want
thing
to be better. Makes you want to be better.
I never had to ask her for nothing twice.
You got somebody riding like Shice was my man. Of all the guys I used to be with, that's the only brother right there that I would take a bullet for at one time because we ain't around each other.
Damn, Jay, you
because
I know for your man. Damn, Jay. Damn, Jay.
I can't get
maybe not a bullet. He's like, I'll take a stick. I take a stick to your head, but not a bullet.
I'm trying to stay within context of the conversation, because he was always there. Before he went to the military, boy, we used to have some conversations, life shit. We used to sit up and talk all night, but he was there. You spill your heart out to people that's there. So you know you can trust them. So then you want to be better for them. So I'm only saying that because he was there for me. So if he was ever in need of anything, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be better for him.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, I had
what's
to
up,
come
Ryan?
out a couple times for my man Shice. You remember we had to go and straighten out a couple.
Hey, say that for the book. Say that for the book.
All right, y'all. All right, listen. We're gonna close it down. So Jay, you came on first, man. What you got any closing words, man? What are your closing thoughts, man?
I just want to say, man, we have got to be cognizant of our health. Because I just read a couple guys over the weekend that we know, I don't want to put their names out here, they struggling with their health.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Yo, please take a walk.
Yeah.
Walk around the block.
Just walk. Just move.
Swimming.
Just move.
You have got to do it. I don't care how your body ache, how many hours a day you work, man. I'm telling you, the way we eat, I said it. We got bad eat. How we eat when we stress, we drink when we stress. You have got to start taking our physical health more seriously. Take a walk, watch what you eat, give your body a break from the alcohol, the smoking. You got to do it, man. So God bless everybody. Take your health more seriously moving forward, man.
Appreciate it. Jay, man, thanks for coming on, man. Good to talk to you, man.
Yeah, God bless y'all.
Hey, Jay,
love y'all, man.
Come on next time again, man. We love you, man.
All right, Jay.
Shice, closing words, man.
It's real brothers, man. I appreciate this forum, this platform, what y'all doing, the work y'all doing. And tonight, it was just a little bit special to jump on with Jay and to come on with y'all to remember our junior high conversations, to the conversations we're having now. To hear Jay quote James Baldwin.
That's it. That's everything right there. That's everything.
I mean, and just to know where that man's come from, to know where I come from, to know where y'all come from, to see the growth of real brothers, man. Just to say, keep representing your platform and keep representing my art for real brothers that's out here doing stuff that the media, social media, the world is not going to shine a light on. So we shine a light on each other, man. Peace, King.
Appreciate it. Love you, man. We'll be talking to you on the next message, man. All right. All right, Nike. What you got, man? Closing words, man. What are your thoughts, man? That was beautiful.
Closing words.
Nice. Yeah, this was real nice, man.
All right. So my first thing, we said we're starting a Real Brothers book club. So one of the books that I hope we get on there is this from my man Ellie Mistal. He's a cool brother, and man, I mean, he knows history and legal law, constitutional law. He knows it like the back of his hand. And when this brother say that there's some problems with the Constitution, you should read through this book. I'm not all the way through it yet, but he got some good stuff in here, and I'm not just saying this, just to plug his book. Well, I am, because it's a good book, but we appreciate everybody coming through and spending this time with us. And the last thing I want to say is, love is the new black.
Yo, all right. Yeah, we like Terry said, man. You know, we think we talking about we in the beginning conversations about a book club. We're not sure what type of form that's going to take, but we'll hash it out. We'll hash it out and roll that out a little later. But in closing, I want to say to echo everything Terry said. It was really good to talk to these brothers. Now they got to realize that we have a group message, a group text. All of them, Jay, Shice, me, Terry, a bunch of other people, Chris, Teak, that have been going on now for about Troy. Right. That group text has been going on for about what, maybe 10 years?
Maybe? At least.
Yeah, at least 7 years or so. So we talk on a regular basis, on and off. But to be able to get on and see faces and dialogue with them was beautiful, especially as it related to the topics that we had. So I want to first say thank you for that. But also, we hope everybody enjoyed it. Please remember that you can catch us on 99% of the major platforms. Please,
not Spotify.
That's the 1% that you can't catch us on.
We got off of that.
Please don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Stay tuned for what we come out with as far as the book club. Don't forget we have the merchandise available. realbrotherslive.com/merchandise. You can also catch all of the podcasts that we've done to date. It's like from January the 24th up to now. Every week, we've never missed one. You know, I always talk about folk don't know how to be consistent. We're consistent. We've been at this every Sunday since that time. So you can check out everything that we've done. So we hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here next week. Same place, same time, every Sunday at 8 o'clock. Peace.
All right. We love y'all and stay safe.
All right.